Hello, and welcome back to this channel, or if you guys are new, welcome to this channel. Today's going to be a very fun video because today, instead of doing informational plant tours, we're going to be doing an informational garden tour because today we're just going to be focusing on everything outside. Instead of doing everything from greenhouse to outside, we'll be doing a lot of those this summer, but I really want to talk to you guys about everything I did today to get everything ready. There's going to be so many things I'm going to be talking about where everything's going to go. I have so many plans, so today's going to kind of be a future video in a way, but very excited for today's video. So before we do go ahead and start this informational garden tour, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you not miss our video, and please like this video. Let's go ahead and start today's video. So here is the garden. This is kind of what I like to call the main garden. Now all over the house there's so many different areas where I'm going to be planting stuff, but it's mainly going to be little sections from like in the front where we're going to have the cucumbers growing, on the side where we're going to be having a lot of just random stuff growing, like flowers and just all sorts of stuff. And right here we will be growing so many things, just the melon field, corn, just strawberries. I'm just trying to list everything in my head, but it's so many things I can't even say it out loud. Like I think there's maybe 12 different flowers I'm going to be working with this season. I'm also going to be picking up a lot more depending on what the greenhouse has the local greenhouse has this season. I'm also getting brand new pots, so I'm gonna be doing a brand new kind of, I don't really know what to say there, but I was gonna say vegetable garden, but I'm thinking it's gonna be mainly half and half. So I was trying to think of the word there, but I guess it's mainly gonna be like greens garden in the middle, I guess. I'm going to be growing basil, cilantro, parsley, so many, like 8 different types of lettuce, so many different types of everything. So excited for all of that. And for like lettuce is kind of like a really good beginner crop, meaning like what I'm talking about is like it thrives in the beginning of the growing season. Once it does get hot, those plants really decline in growth very quickly. They just can't take that kind of heat. So, very excited about that. Now, it's going to be a little bit harder to imagine that just because it's not right there. But I'm very excited about that. And good news, tomorrow will be the day I'll start to plant everything. I'm actually going to hopefully go up to the store very quickly and go pick up some bags of soil. I guess I'm mainly just bags of dirt in a way. I'm just bad dirt. So you're probably wondering, why would I do that? That is a great question. Now, the only reason why I am going to be doing that is because, number one, it helps in areas that is low. And also, I'm hoping to put a little bit of it down on, all over, actually. I'm hoping to put it around the tarp. And I want to pick up some rocks to kind of level off areas here and there. I also want to put it at the very bottom, just a very thin layer of that bad soil at the very bottom of each pot to weigh it down, so I can have everything in its spot. Just everything in its spot. I don't think I'm going to do that to the main rectangle pots, but I'm thinking for the main little pots, I'm going to be doing that, and I think that would be good. Now, I do have a ton of soil ready that's been constantly mixed, so I'm very excited about that also. Now, there will be a field right there too, and that'll be the tomato field. I'm thinking I'm going to have about 3 to 2 rows. Now, it is a lot harder to add all of that because those plants right there that are kind of buried in the way grow huge. And yeah, so very excited for that area, but that will probably go in last because, well, the soil will go all over. So very excited about that. Well, I guess technically that could go at the same time because by the time the tomatoes are ready, that'll already be gone, and it should hopefully be gone by tomorrow, meaning which I mean there is hopefully I can finish everything tomorrow. So I might plant some other stuff here, like a pot or 2 maybe along that wall right there, but I doubt it. Over here, this will be the pumpkin field, and very excited for this season because I'm doing some things that I really did not like that I did last year. Like the signs I use in the greenhouse, I like, to be honest, I don't even know why these are outside, but like those ones from last year, I just really don't like them because, number one, they just somehow I just find them constantly throughout the year, meaning like that was from last season. They've been outside ever since. So I'm gonna go pick those up in a second after I'm done filming the video. But that's the one main reason why I don't really want to use them. I guess I'm using the same exact ones, but I'm using bigger ones, which are a lot more noticeable, so I can take them all out of the pots before everything's kind of moved around. So I think that could be very, very helpful. Plus, with rain and soil, I almost said soil, with rain and just erosion and the soil kind of compacting together, it really just kind of buries it. The sign almost sinks in, which I really noticed last year, because like 2 weeks as a very loud helicopter, but this area will just really grow out from like hostas and lily plants. Very, very excited about that. Is it just me, or is that helicopter getting even louder? But very, very excited about this. I'm gonna be planting like 20 different types of pumpkins, from little Jack B. Littles, huge like contest winning pumpkins. Now the chances of those growing is incredibly low, but there's always hope for that to thrive. Then going over here, there'll be nothing growing right here, just because there's so many giant plants that do rapidly grow right here. It's just not worth it, because once those plants right there would start to look beautiful, they would be completely buried. Going up this area, I'm very, very excited, because this will be the second main field, because I'm gonna be having a lot of stuff over here. Last year, I honestly did not have that much. I only had 2 rows right here, and all 3 of those were peppers. The peppers did really, really bad, so I'm going to be moving those into pots. And like, funny story there, I ended up planting I just kind of planted 2 peppers in 2 different areas, the rows, and there was like maybe 80 plants right there, and I planted 6 in a bigger pot, and the 6 in the bigger pot grew about the same amount as right here, and all of those were very, very awesome looking peppers. And I will say, I do not use any chemicals on anything, so if bugs do get to stuff, that's just how nature is. I really don't. That's my number one goal. If something involves having to use like pesticide, or like trying to use like any chemicals to kill off bugs, I'm not up for that. I'm not putting any chemicals on my plants whatsoever. Maybe later in the future, if I buy like a huge like property, have like thousands and thousands of crops, maybe at that point, but right now I am not up for that plan. Then I have a tarp down right here, because just with the crazy storms we get here during summer, this area floods like crazy. Then water starts going into the house. It's just this horrible nightmare happening. So this year, I want to do a little bit more with this, because I just kind of felt like this year, well, last year technically, it was just empty over here, and it just kind of felt just sad in a way, because I did have a really good field, but I really want this area to look a lot more beautiful. So I'm thinking I'm going to get some pots, and I'm going to kind of put it around here, not down there, because this area like fills up with water constantly during those big storms. But I'm thinking I might put some pretty cool pots right here and grow all sorts of stuff. Whatever I have left after I have planted everything, I'll plant over there, and I'm very, very, very excited about that. Everything going up, there's nothing really I'm going to do there, because there's so many beautiful plants that grow every year over there, just come back constantly, so don't have any intentions in doing that. Now we're going to go back to the other side of the house, and very, very excited about this side, because there's going to be a brand new plant for this year. Now, well, I'm trying to stall so I can walk over here really quickly, but very, very excited about this, because if you have been with this channel before, on this side, I actually have my only rosemary plant. Rosemary is one of my favorite herbs to grow, because it's just so fascinating. But really, really excited about this. But I will say, the only reason why I hate having the plant over here is because the drainage. I'm just going to give you my full opinion on the drainage over here. It sucks. Now, at the end of the day, soil is still soil, but just there's no drainage over here. When it rains, it does not dry out. It just takes forever, and then just rosemary doesn't like water, so the sprinklers hit it. It's just this horrible nightmare just always happening. So I'm going to dig it up probably. Well, my plan is I want it to grow a lot more, and it looks like it's actually coming to life, which is awesome. So I'm very, very excited about that. And then I'll probably dig it up once it's a lot more grown, because right now you can barely even notice there's a plant there. And then I'm still hoping to have some stuff over here. I really need to till like everything out of this area. Well, sections of this area. This area, I don't know about right here. Well, I might consider it. The only reason why I don't want to have anything right here is because when I do water with the hose, I really have to kind of stretch it, and then it goes over all of the stuff. So I might consider planting some stuff right here, but at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. I definitely want to plant my sunflower field right here. I do think that it would just look awesome if I could grow like cosmos or just other things right here. Maybe some herbs that really like water. I don't even know. Just a lot of great stuff could go right here, and I am going to be looking into it. There are some hose attachments I don't really know why I have still. Like this piece right here. I don't know why I do have that. Actually, now that I think about it, that's interesting. So I might look into that, and I might look into... yeah. Well, whatever happens, happens at the end of the day, but I'm very, very excited. Now, up at the front right there, next to that tree, there will be a great cucumber field. I'm going to be planting those seeds very, very soon. But let me tell you what, once I post my first video planting everything, those videos will come out very quickly, back to back, very, very, very fast. So, I will say, most of my plants will probably go out within the course of about 2 weeks, somewhere in that area. A lot of stuff will go outside from seeds. Well, mostly seeds will go outside in the beginning, and then as stuff starts to grow a lot more in the greenhouse, I can start bringing stuff out slowly, because like the tomatoes will take a little bit longer to grow, because I just underestimate every year, I guess. I was gonna say overestimate, but well, I guess both terms in a way. So I always think tomato plants do better. So I guess I underestimated the time it really needed to grow. And then I think I overestimated the capability of how fast it does grow in a way. That's kind of what I was saying. So like, they do grow really quickly, but it does take time for the root structure to be that good, to the point where I do take them out of those little pots. They don't like kind of break up as you kind of transfer them back to back to each area. So very, very excited about all of that. If you guys do want to check out the video I post tomorrow, planting everything, please check that video out. That video will take hours to film, and actually I'm going to start doing the beginning today. I doubt it I'll film this part, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up a lot of those soil bags, maybe some extra seeds, and some other stuff, and I'll probably talk about it tomorrow. So yeah, this is basically going to be the end of the video. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why am I doing this type of a video? I want to get you guys used to, and I really want to hear your guys' opinions about these types of videos posting to almost every day. I'm thinking I'm going to do stuff every other day. So like this will come out here, this will come out here. So like maybe like every Monday and information, or like every other day, like, yeah, I don't even know, to be honest. I'm thinking it could be like maybe this Monday it could be like an informational plant tour, then Tuesday it could be like a informational garden tour, and then back to back. And then every so often I would do like just both, where I go inside, do the greenhouse tour, and then do the tour outside in the garden. This garden is gonna look awesome. And if you guys have been with the channel before, I've really been talking about Go Forth Produce and starting that in 2 years. So this season, I'm going to take the opportunity, instead of really growing a lot of stuff inside, I'm going to be growing everything that I usually grow inside outdoors, so I can have all that shelving space to do testing and find the best methods to grow the plants I really want to focus on for that business later on. So I'm very, very excited about all of that. So if you guys do like these types of videos, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you not miss a video, and please like this video. Thank you all so incredibly much for supporting the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace.